I was introduced to live theatre through my parents. This was at a time when there was only one television station. You heard plays on the radio, and we sat around as a family and listened to plays. But the thrill was going out and seeing a play. I was aware there was a professional theatre, but I never thought of myself as being part of it. Became interested in acting because I was interested in watching other actors. The impulse didn't come from inside myself, it came from seeing something called theatre and wondering how it all worked. Well, I thought one way of finding out is to become an actor myself. So I was very lucky to start with a hobby that became a passion, that became an obsession, which became a career. The first Shakespeare I saw was either Macbeth, wonderful short thriller of a play, or it was Twelfth Night, perhaps his most enjoyable comedy. And I saw them quite close together by an amateur company in Wigan Little Theatre. Languages, everything in Shakespeare. His original productions didn't have much scenery in them. All the parts were played by men and boys, no women. Were allowed to act in Shakespeare's time. And it would be the words. And of course, the people who go to the theatre are called audiences, audio. You're not spectators, not viewers. You're primarily listening. So it'll be the actor's job to make what you're listening to palatable and understandable. Some plays are simpler than others. Romeo and Juliet's a very simple play. The language is very easy to understand. It's a good play to start with. It's long, but it's exciting. Well, I heard Judi Dench speaking about Shakespeare the other day. For her, the most remarkable thing is that he seemed to know more about ourselves than we understand. Shakespeare knew everything, really, about what it was like to be in love and fall out of love, what it was like to live and indeed die. You can't teach Shakespeare anything. And if you can get inside Shakespeare by hearing the words and seeing the plays, then your life will be enriched. All my career, I've depended very much on directors to suggest that I do things with them. And one of those directors is my oldest friend, I suppose, Sean Matthias. We've done something like 15 projects together. Our film of Hamlet began not from my impulse, but from Sean's when he asked me to, having turned 80, to play Hamlet on stage. I thought it was an intriguing experiment to see if the words would compensate for the fact that I looked, even sounded, too old to be playing a young prince.
Get you to a nunnery. Why would you be a breeder of sinners?
We were all set up to do it at the Theatre Royal in Windsor, and COVID struck and theatres were closed. But we'd started work on the text and realised, well, we could actually, as we don't need an audience for a film, film it. But we were not filming stage production because that didn't exist. No, we were just using the old building to be Elsinore. So we do get on the stage, but primarily when the actors in the story of Hamlet arrived to entertain, then we went on stage. Elsewhere, we were in dressing rooms, in the wardrobe department, up in the flies above the stage, in the cellars below, on the roof, when Hamlet meets the ghost of his father. Well, I first played him when I was a good age, 29 I think I was. But coming to the play and the text many years later, it wasn't that I had a new perception as to what the lines meant, or it was simply that I was a better actor and could speak the lines hopefully with believability and an authority. And never mind what I looked like. All I can say is that I was a lot better at playing Hamlet when I was in my 80s than I was when I was in my 20s. But, you know, if you work hard at something, you get better at it, don't you?
My father's spirit. In arms, all is not well.
The most valuable attribute you can have as an actor is luck. So I've had a lot of luck. That luck has come from a very early decision that I made and have kept to, not to accept a part that I knew that I could play. So it was always a challenge. There was going to be some difficulty to overcome. I've found can provide inspiration when it's needed. And if acting has taught me anything, it's taught me that human beings are capable, all of us, of doing anything, good and bad. And when you're rehearsing a play and put yourself in the extreme situation of someone who is prepared to kill somebody else for their own ambition, you find that the possibility of doing something extreme to protect yourself, it's there. I don't say it's right at the surface, but you dig down and you can get in touch with your ability to be very jealous, or very angry, or very happy, or very much in love. In Shakespeare's words, all the world's a stage, all the men and women merely players. It is a very natural thing to do for human beings to act. I wouldn't change anything. Each job has been worthwhile from some point of view. Not often to do with how much money I earned. I've no regrets. I'm very happy that I'm still able to do it and asked to do it.